welcome everybody. Good to see you today. Thank you for the huge raid, AV Answer. It's so nice to have you. Welcome, Awful Nene. Feel concerned with the number of pickles on the starting soon screen. So, excuse me. Hi, I'm Ilian. For those that don't know, the pickles is a specific thing. I used to do a thing called, well, I still do, hopefully. I do a thing called the Pickle Challenge, where we raise money for a charity every year. It's normally been Doctors Without Borders. And I absolutely fucking hate pickles. So I've done some horrible things with pickles over the last 12 years that we had it. Pickle smoothies and the snickle, which is stuffing a Snickers into a pickle. All of that kind of stuff. Yeah, Nana is with me on that one. Perfect. Yeah, pickles are one of my least favorite foods, if not my least favorite of all time. And the things that I've done with them, when I say pickle smoothie, I mean, like, the first one that we ever did, which is not the worst one, is I made the horrible mistake of letting chat, like, vote for what items could go in off of a list. And they immediately went orange juice and then milk. And then pickles. For anybody that knows, the acid in the orange juice immediately curdles the milk. So it was just rotten milk and pickles. That was not even close to the worst. Not even close. But it was bad. I think that ones that had, like, the coffee grounds pickle smoothie was worse. And the worst of all, which doesn't sound like the worst of all, was the, it was hot chocolate, like hot chocolate mix, pickles, soy sauce, and was there something else? There might have been something else. But it was so much salt that that was one of the more recent ones, and I don't know, there was so much salt in that it almost immediately made me vomit, like almost. And I normally, like, I do not vomit, but like that was like the instant that it touched my mouth, I was in danger. I was struggling. I saw that you were saying ADOM. Yeah. I saw that. That was really cool. For those that don't know, I'm Ilian. I do, oh boy, a bunch of things. If you go to ilion.neocities.org, that's the best way to see all of it. But I have a website there that shows all the things that I do. We do a show, which you can see right now. It's called Roguary, where I've been trying to beat every single roguelike that I own, or that people give to me. You can kind of see on the side some donation incentives, although you can do channel points too, because I'm allergic to people giving me money, even if I need it. Always been like that. But we have that going on. I do a thing called DOSider, which we're going to be doing tomorrow, which is our ranking of DOS games that has gone on for a few years now. We're about 400 games in, just about. Got a bunch of stuff going on, and right now we're hoping to clear Heroes of Hammerwatch. We have 2 attempts, although people can always add more, of course. And yeah, I was excited to see you play ADOM. I just didn't get a chance today. I am a wedding photographer in general, but weddings usually make up most of what we do in the summer, and I've been like feeling really bad because I've been streaming as much recently, and I'm like, man, I just feel like I passed out at my desk the other day and just couldn't stream even though I was supposed to yesterday. And I'm like, man, why am I like this? Like, why am I having so much trouble? I recorded a podcast yesterday and then just couldn't keep my eyes awake, and I just was struggling so much. And I don't know why it's such a big problem. And then I realized that today, here is my average day. This is what my day was today. I got up at 9. Immediately drove 30 minutes across town to Costco to grab a bunch of groceries, drove 30 minutes back after finishing the grocery run, sat down, worked till right now with no breaks, while occasionally jumping downstairs to make both a bunch of chicken burritos for another day for Tanya, for my wife, and then making like from scratch, and then also making slow cooker ribs, roast potatoes, and roast corn for supper, eating at my desk, immediately starting the stream afterwards, and then as soon as I'm done that, I have to go on a 7.5 kilometer run for my exercise for the day, which I'm going to do at about 11:30 at night, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's just every day. That might be a problem. Like, I don't take days off. I don't have days. So I'm like, oh yeah, that'll probably do it. In the winter, I get a lot of time off, so that's the trade-off. But I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's probably a good example. Oh. Well, I guess we're going in with this loadout. Okay, no, sorry, I'm gonna abandon this run, because I didn't get to actually see what we were grabbing. I don't know why it went through so fast. So I apologize that I haven't been, like, super in on the streaming. I'm only doing like 3 or 4 a week right now, but it's been busy. I'm trying. I will get to more. I should have my coffee going off downstairs, so give me 30 seconds and I'll be right back. Just want to check on it and grab it. Ooh, it is starting to bubble up from my mocha pot, so I will do that in a minute. 3 or 4 streams a week is still a fair bit. I normally do 7. I feel bad if I don't do 7 a week. If I'm a wedding photographer, which side of the religious divide do I land on? Well, I mean, that's awkward for me, but also, as you may or may not have noticed, I am on HRT, so that can give you an idea. I am not religious at all. Not even a little bit. We are in a very conservative area, so it's a little bit. Yeah, no, of course, Avianswer. Have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. I should have also said, everyone should go follow Avianswer, a really, really cool rogueliker and streamer. Does a lot of really cool things. Not raid. Oh my god. My brain. Does all kinds of really, really cool games that I can't possibly understand. Like DCS. Oh, Nikon and Canon! Fuck, yes, of course! That's the actual religious divide! Yes, no, you're right, I'm Canon. Fuck. God damn it! No, that is the... You're right! That is... How did I not think about that? If I'm a photographer, it is always... That's the divide. People that are not photographers don't understand. Like, Nikon are the dirty, filthy Philistines, or Canon are, like, the horrific barbarians from the north. Like, either way, the other side can never look the other in the eye. Yeah, I'm a Canon person. Fuck. Son of a bitch. I'll be right back. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, I now have an avocado, and I'm now in the right headspace for that question, which is a very obvious one that absolutely anybody would like immediately know if they were a real photographer. So I have apparently like outed myself as not a real photographer, because that is always like the number one. Oh my god, like that is the question when you're a photographer. The first thing, if any two photographers meet, the first thing is like, what do you shoot? Like always, 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 always. So I have no idea why that didn't clue in with me. I don't know why. It Did I mention that I'm tired? Did I mention I've been doing a lot of stuff? Holy shit, that is so fucking funny. Oh my god, thank you, AV Answer. So this is Roguary. We're gonna play Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. It's a fantastic game. I love Heroes of Hammerwatch. And Heroes of Hammerwatch 2, I think, improves on the formula in almost every way. Maybe it's a little worse because there's kind of even more grind, but like, I like playing this game so much that I don't mind grinding it. Have a good night, AV Answer. Oh my god, that fucking killed me. Thank you so much for that. I needed to break my brain, I guess. Now I'm in the mood. We're ready to go. We've got Hunter's Travel Rations. What effect is that one? Okay, extra damage against beasts, but we also get better dash. That's really cool. The damage against beasts is good, but I'm not... you know. Any of the ones that are, like, against specific monsters, I'm a lot less interested in. Even if I know that they're kind of great. I don't know, there's something about it that, if it's not universal, I'm like, eh. But dash cooldown is, like, super good. So yeah, we're a warlock. Have a good night, AV Answer again. God. Thank you, Nene. I'm... whole thing. My brain will work again soon. We're very over-leveled for the beginning of this game, although we're going to take a shortcut that will get us into an area that can kick the shit out of us soon. This character is a warlock. There's a lot of different ways to play all the classes. Currently, we have a character that is very designed around being a tank, which sounds weird for a warlock, but we're almost like a paladin. Sure. So we've got a whip that we throw out. We have a glyph that we can do that'll slowly load in, and it does damage over time while we're in it. If we leave it, then it stops. And then it, like, when it pops, it does a big burst of damage. And then we also have kind of an ultimate, which is just like a spinning aura of death around us in a second here. This thing. So you can like summon up an elemental storm. We also get some things like, as we swing, we can soul reave, and it'll send out little like souls to other enemies to deal damage, and we get a bunch of upgrades for those. We have our mace. We also have a shield that we can bash with, and we can re-equip those. We've got a lot of different equipment slots. Hey, Flannel, good to see you. You framed it perfectly to, like, trip me up. I'm so used to, I mean, like, because the religion thing is a very big thing as a wedding photographer, as you can imagine. You may or may not see a few religious weddings. Just maybe. So what side of it do you fall on, Nene? As far as the religious divide for photographers. Are you Catholic or sorry, Canon or Nikon? I mean, there are like the weird... Sony is starting to make a thing too. Like, people... There's more than a few people that are into Sony now. There's a little bit of Mormonism going on the side. Your Canon also. I don't really have any loyalty to them other than I worked with Canon and that's just what I know. That's kind of the... like, it's almost always a joke. I don't think I've ever seen a photographer actually take it seriously, like, oh god, what are you doing shooting on that? But it is always just kind of the joke. You're also Canon. So are you a photographer then? Like, everybody here is like, oh wow, I shoot Canon. I'm like, I'm interested. Do we have a ton of photographers here that I just didn't know about? Do we have a bunch of secret photographers like Kefka and Nene? Because that's kind of rad. You don't see a lot of other photographers in the wild. I shoot Canon, me as a pirate. I mean, don't tell anybody my secret other job. There's a reason I have a VPN. We don't have the 100 to 400 millimeter lens. Wedding photographers, you don't need 400. We've got the workhorse, like 1.2 f-stop, 70 to 200. Old Faithful. $400 isn't really necessary for weddings. Now we're really getting into it. It's good to see you, King Green. Oh man, I can't wait until we can just get like super esoteric with this. So what kind of photography do you do? So I do a little bit of everything, but mostly it's like weddings and events, which again, you don't really need a 400. Oh, its lens used to be a weird telescopic thing, but the second version is a normal zoom ring. Huh. I'd probably want a normal zoom ring. I am not a tech person for, like, I'm a tech person, but not for the photography, which is weird. Like, I know tech, but, like, I'm kind of always one of the people that, and so is Tanya, my wife, who's the main photographer who got me into doing photography like 15 years ago. And I'm always on the, like, art side of that, where, like, you get a lot of photographers that are, like, really obsessed with the gear. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm confident that I can get, like, a pretty good photo on, like, a 40D. I don't need to have the brand new 5D. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. But, like, you know, I don't have to have the newest, bestest gear at all times. Photography is an art. Why I've always really, really, really wanted to get the, we're taking the shortcut, which is gonna get us through a few bosses and then get us to, like, the area that we should be for our level. This game does a cool job of that, kind of having these shortcut bosses. So you don't have to do the whole run every time. A lot of meta progress in this one. But that's why I've really wanted, and I should maybe look into it again, is just getting like the Game Boy camera and like 3D printer lens setup. You've ever seen that? Yeah, wildlife and landscape. I figured if you're doing the 100 to 400, because that's where you'd want more things like that. Yeah, the way you approach is the best camera you have is the one you have right on you when you need for a killer shot. Yes, yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Ghidorah. Sorry about the not so much because of health, but also I very much get that. I'm sure you know this very well, but for those that don't know, I've done a ton of jobs throughout my life, including like framing houses, so like, you know, climbing up and in between roof beams and with all the nail guns, things like that, going down into basements in -40, which by the way is the same Celsius and Fahrenheit, to like nail down the bottom boards so that you can start, you know, into the cement and start building the house from that. And I still stand by the fact that photography is the hardest physical job that I've had. It's rough. You get willing to sacrifice a lot to get the right shot. Being 40 next month makes me like probably second or third oldest photographer in our city. Well, okay, if you disclude my wife, who is slightly older than me. Yeah, like we're like the oldest photographers around. Everyone else retires around this age. They'll start doing landscape and things and stop doing weddings. Because even though landscape is, and like, not to say landscape isn't hard, but like, at least there you don't have your boss standing over you telling you to run more. Use a wheelchair, which makes things hard. Yeah. That sucks. I mean, you can still get a lot of shots, but I have to imagine that really limits you for sure. Huh. I think I like this still. We're not doing so much spell casting that we need that extra magic regen. Yeah, I've definitely been feeling like I'm on borrowed time as far as my photography goes, because I broke this finger 2 years ago, and then last year I broke this finger because I am very hypermobile and have a lot of pain from it, so I'm like, well, trying to get the years that I can. And actually, in good news, I'm finally, for the first time in like 3 years again, I got all this camping gear 3 years ago. Cat stretching in front of my screen. I got all this camping gear 3 years ago to go backcountry backpacking, and I did a little bit of it, and then I immediately broke those hands and just couldn't go. But now I'm finally well enough, I think, that I'm finally going out to do a backcountry trip on Friday. So it's gonna be great. Oh yeah, a whole bunch of bendies, awesome. You have a special petty grudge against wedding photographers. You took a Photoshop class way back when, during your undergrad, and after the class for aspiring wedding photographers. The syllabus changed to just be touch-ups for that. Ooh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, Loaf Sneeze. Well, I am innocent in that, because I never took a single class to learn to be a photographer. I just had my wife teach me. I got in. Whoa. I'm not part of that horrible club of people that paid money and learned to be a photographer. I got in through nepotism. Yeah, low-light photography is really cool. That makes me sound much better. And just gonna tank it. Fuck it, what are they gonna do to me? Kill me? Ooh, getting a chance to restore a potion charge is kind of cool. I mean, it's a really low chance, but still rad. Your walking stick doubles as a monopod, so when you get back on the trail, you can take pictures. Hell yeah. I wish that I could take a camera with me. I don't know, maybe I could, but I have so much gear already, and if you're doing backcountry stuff, like every ounce of weight matters. Everything counts. Yeah, wedding photographers have a bad reputation that is at least somewhat earned by... There's the wedding photographers who will never miss your wedding for anything whatsoever, which I'd like to think includes me. And to give an example of that, when I broke this finger, I had done it by falling off of my bike in a really bad bike accident. And I like destroyed my shoulder at the same time and twisted my ankle really badly, so I couldn't hardly walk. Like I almost had crutches, and I had my hand in like a huge brace and cast and stuff like that. And I did it like 12 hours before a wedding. I showed up and shot the wedding. Like, I can't cancel. That's their wedding. I'm not gonna do that. But there's a lot of people that are not like that, and it's fucking atrocious. We have legal contracts and stuff to make sure that, like, we are held accountable for that. That's the thing that I would suggest all the time, is that, like, if you're looking for a good photographer, make sure they've got a contract. Make sure to read the contract. And like, we have some things in there that other photographers don't. Like, we like to actually have a break if it's a long enough wedding, which a lot of photographers won't do. They'll just do all day and never take a break. And we're like, no, we need to actually have a food sometime during an 8-hour day. Go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff, which, again, a lot of photographers won't put in there and just won't do, which I don't know how, but having that contract also guarantees that I am going to get your photos by a certain date, or you can sue me, and you have a contract that will very clearly show that it is my fault, and you will get your money. It's there for everyone's protection. Having a break is kind of vital. It's a big thing where photographers in Canada, for wedding photographers, tend to get, like, we tend to get invited to, like, sit with guests, generally at, like, a small side table, like, for meals and stuff like that, and people tend to respect that, and, like, without even us mentioning it, like, they'll just immediately go, like, well, of course you guys need to eat, you have to take a break. Talking to like wedding photographers in the U.S. and like looking at forums and publications and all that kind of stuff, like keeping up on top of that. That does not happen in the U.S. Like no one ever gets a break at all. Oh, I will be taking my phone, yes. Yeah, I'll be taking my phone so I can get those as photos for my backpacking trip. I had to take my phone because Loaf Sneeze will be very happy to see this. I don't think that Loaf Sneeze was around for this last time, and Loaf Sneeze used to yell at me a lot. Correctly, I might add. But I'll just... I didn't really have the money for it, but also... I agree. I got a, like, personal locator beacon satellite communicator, which this one, it doesn't have to connect to your phone for the SOS, but to do a lot of the app messaging it does. So I brought my phone. I'm going to bring my phone as well. It uses the phone screen so that you can send the messages, which makes it literally half the price of the Garmin's. Or more. The lowest end Garmin's were like $500, and these ones were like $2. So I was like, you know what? I think I like this. Also, there's a lot of stuff that I liked about the Milio. And I saw a lot of people being like, oh my god, but like you have to have your phone. What if your phone goes down? I'm like, well, the SOS and everything still works. Like, it's just that you don't get like actual messaging in the same way. So like, it's fine. I'm not as worried about that. What am I doing? You know what? I'm having a moment in this trap. Just give me a second. I'm having a second. You need a pack, bag, and tent too? Yeah, that's a lot. Those the packs are expensive. Really nice packs are worth it, but boy, I spent a lot of money getting all my stuff together a few years ago. Like, it's still, as far as like sports hobbies go, you can get in pretty cheap, especially if you get some like used ones and stuff. I went and got, and the nice thing is that once you go in, like, if you get like off spray for your bag or something, like, they have a lifetime guarantee, and it does mean like lifetime guarantee. It's apparently really, really good. Yeah, end of year clearance and consignment is a lot of stuff that I got. My tent is 30 years old, but it works, so. I'm gonna take all the Shadow Curse. What's gonna happen? Me die? Just because I lose all of my armor? Shadow Curse kills your armor and resistances. But I'll be fine. I'll, like, not get hit as much. And you see, like, so far I've been tanking everything. We're a tank. We need a little bit more, aggro, and this will help us do aggro. So cool to see so many photographers and backcountry backpackers here. That's rad. I am so excited to go camping this year, though. This is my first real camping trip, like I said, in years since I broke my hands. And I was really worried that I'd just never be able to go again. Because my hands were real busted, and I have to do it solo because Tanya does not. She's like, okay, is there a working toilet where we go for the camping? I'm like, no. She's like, working toilet and shower, and if there's not those two things, she ain't fucking going. She's a very outdoorsy person, honestly, but those are, and like a lot of people, I would say, those are kind of hard lines for them. It is for her. And then I have the other problem of I myself am very scared of heights. So I have a weird issue where it's like, I live right next to the Rocky Mountains, which is amazing camping spots, but also a lot of people just want to summit a mountain. And I'm like, not me, I won't do it. And so like, if I want to get people to come with me, I basically need to get over that. And I'm not really planning on doing that anytime soon. So I just go by myself, which is not like... You should not go backpacking alone. Anyways, last year I went backcountry backpacking alone a bunch in the Rocky Mountains in bear country without any kind of GPS. I know how to orienteer, and I've done lots of survival training and stuff, so I could survive very little time outside if I got stuck. I'm not one of those people. It's so funny. I feel like we've talked about this lots before, but you always get like the, there are two kinds of people. There are the people that go, yeah, no, I could survive in the wilderness for like a week by myself. And then you get the people that have done any kind of survival training at all and go, like, I can try, and I might be able to do some of it, but like, the people that are like, yeah, I could just like survive a year out in the wild, it's like, you are an idiot. What are you talking about? You have no idea how hard that is. I can carve my own traps and like make my own shelters and all kinds of things like that, but I do not have supreme confidence that I can just survive on my own in the woods. There's a reason that people made like towns and societies and stick with people. Like, that shit's no joke. Exposure's real. Bears are not necessarily where I'm afraid to backpack alone necessarily, although I have a healthy respect of bears. You have to be an absolute idiot to not be wary of wildlife. One of the #1 things that you can immediately tell somebody that hasn't been out in the wilderness much is that they just like run up to wildlife, like any wildlife, and take photos. It's like, no. Like, we do a lot of photos obviously in the mountains because photographers were near the mountains. And you'll have tourists all the time like posing with deer and stuff. And like, deer are pretty small and fairly tame for the most part. But like, man, if it decides that it doesn't like you and kicks you, that is something that is like, it's hitting you with like a sledgehammer in the face, quite literally. It has sledgehammers for hands, so good fucking luck. Take a photo, but do it from a respectful distance. You gotta be safe about that stuff. But no, like, the bigger thing is that, like, exposure is real. It's little things like, I am fairly confident that if I never got injured and I was relatively near like a water source and stuff, like an accessible water source. I could probably do okay surviving for a while, but the minute that you like cut yourself bad or trip and fall and twist your ankle, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked on your own. Like in a survival situation, that's death. And that's the kind of thing that people don't really think about and realize. Like, you trip and you break your ankle, good luck. Wasn't I under assault by hedgehogs the other day or something? I almost stepped on a porcupine in my city, yes, while I was just out, like, walking with my backpack. It was dusk, and I didn't notice. I was just beside a street, and I almost, like, something moved, like, right next to my foot, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I looked down, and there was a porcupine, like, this far from my foot. I'm so glad it decided that I wasn't going after it, and it didn't just, like... Do I not have mountain rescue? Oh, sure. But I'm just saying that, like, see, the thing is that, like, yeah, that's why I'm saying I have a GPS and an SOS device now that does it, right? Like, that's what I'm saying about the SOS device. So I do have that to help, but, like, it can take 24 hours or more for them to find you. It's not just, like, they're there instantly. And we had, like, as an example, not that long ago, there was, I'm not going here, but, like, a little bit of a content warning for wildlife death, like death by wildlife real quick here. But there was, when was this? Yeah, 2023. So this was literally right as I was doing my own backcountry stuff. This is very close in a lot of ways to where I am, or where I will be, like, doing a lot of my backpacking and stuff. They were a couple with a dog, with bear spray, as two people, so not by themselves, with like they did everything right, and they managed to send out a text that was bear attack bad, and they all died. It killed their dog, it killed them, it just got them all. It wiped them out. Grizzlies are no fucking joke. Yeah, I mean, like, they'll airlift you out. They can get there soon, but it depends. Like, it's not always just that easy to get to you. Also, like, again, I'm talking about, like, a few hours for, like, them. They didn't have a few hours. They probably had minutes, if that, right? Like, if something goes bad, it can go bad fast. It can go bad super, super fast. And yeah, I mean, in the UK, like, the mountain areas and stuff, I'm sure, are, like, much smaller, exactly. We're talking about, like, Rocky Mountains. When I'm saying that that's close to where I'd be going, I'm talking it's like, oh, it's only 2 hours drive away, which for the UK is quite a bit. Yeah, and see, like, things going bad, like falling off a mountain, you can, if you break an arm and a leg and stuff, like, you can be in very serious mortal danger in minutes to hours, so it'd be hard for even mountain rescue to still get to you. Like, even then. So that's what I mean. Like, is it much better to have a GPS and SOS, and, like, will it possibly save you? Absolutely. And you should definitely do it. And sometimes you'll survive for a while, but, like, yeah. Oh yeah, moose are way scarier than bears. I would rather... It depends a little bit on the context, but for the most part, I would rather find a bear than a moose. Moose are terrifying. People don't really understand until they've seen them how big moose are. Boars are no joke. Boars are absolutely no joke. I mean, like, almost any wildlife can be very scary and dangerous because, like I said, minor injuries when you're on your own in the wilderness can become major problems very quickly. Because, like, you can get infection and exposure and all kinds of things really quickly. Like, it's... Little things are bigger problems than you might realize. I don't like any of those traits that much. And yeah, boars are actually really scary. Like, I wouldn't fuck with boars. Boars are very, very scary. The reason for moose is, like, A, they're really, really big, but also it's like, well, I mean, just because they're big, like, they're probably peaceful, and it's like, not really. If moose think that you're threatening, the thing is that, like, bears, depends on the bear and it depends on a bunch of different factors, but, like, a lot of times they'll maul you a bit and then, like, try and save you for later and they'll, like, bury you. Like, if you can, again, it depends, like, sometimes, like, you can play dead or different things like that and they won't necessarily check and kill you, because if they think that they can, like, save you for later as a meal, they'll do that. And even sometimes there have been lots of cases where, like, they'll have part of a meal off of you, which I'm not saying is great, but, like, having your shoulder ripped apart and eaten, not you dying. Moose, if they think you're a threat, they're a prey animal, they'll kill you. And they'll make sure you're dead. And by, like, make sure you're dead, what moose do is they almost always are around water. And they will drive you into it, like a lake. And they will hold you down with their antlers and smash you with their hooves until you don't come up from air for, like, minutes. They'll just hold you underwater for, like, 5-6 minutes. It's like, oh, yeah, no, you die. Like, they make sure. If they think that you're a problem, they'll make sure that you're not there. Moose don't even respect trees, they just knock them over. That's also a thing with grizzlies. The odds that you can find a tree big enough that a grizzly can't knock it over are pretty low. Lost time. Ah, I should have stayed in that circle. I screwed that up. Gotta watch out for that flying plant now too. Real silly about this. There we go. Hey, John Locke. I'm hoping it's the run. You never know. Could be. It's not been amazing so far. I have one Markham's item. I don't have any. I did get a lot of rares, actually. We got the Closed Circuit, Codex of Power. Oh, weird. Huh, that was really bugged out for a second. And Cauldron of Fire and Apothecary Sickle. Like, we got 4 rares right away, so that's really, really good. Yeah, we've been talking about wildlife and camping. We're talking about my special interests. We've been talking a lot about moose. All right, see you later, Awful Nene. Thanks for being here. God, like, there was a really horrible bison attack, actually, in Yellowstone the other day. I don't know if people saw that. That kind of went viral. It's bad. That one was really awful. A lot of the times, like, you see a bunch of the wildlife in, like, major parks like that. You see a lot of tourists that don't respect wildlife, that aren't used to it. That's not what that one was at all. Like, not to try and victim blame him anyways, but, like, that one I felt like real, like, oh man, like, there was kind of nothing to do. That was nice. Okay, I probably should have done a better job of figuring out. There we go. And then it was this one. Hell yeah, that's such a great pattern for me. That was really lucky. Where was it? Wow. It was just the top one, right? Oof. Not a lot of, like, set bonus ones here. The Apothecary's Tincture, I think, is definitely the thing to get, since we already have that Sickle, which is the hardest one of the set to get, I think. Like, it's the rare. There might be an Epic. Or Legendary or something more like that. You respect what Chris Rock said about Siegfried and Roy? The tiger didn't go crazy, the tiger went tiger. Yeah, yeah. I've never heard that, but yes, yeah. Definitely, that sounds about right. I think I like Blackjack. It seems fine. I could see the crests as an argument. Nothing there was really that amazing besides the Apothecary set. Apothecary set is really good. So they'd rather encounter a bear than a moose. We talked about that, yeah. I was having that conversation exactly. Moose are scary. Same with like bison, although I'm a lot less likely to encounter bison. Tanya and I were actually talking about bison and like bulls and stuff just today because of the Yellowstone thing. And like we were saying there was a sign at a ranch nearby that was like, if you jump they're like, warning, like if you jump this fence, you need to be able to clear this field in 8 seconds because bulls can do it in 10. So like, no trespassing, and it's enforced, not by me, but like the animals here will in fact murder you. Don't do it. Like, I'm not doing it to protect my property. I'm doing it because don't fuck with bulls. Yeah. Yeah. They will ragdoll you. I would not recommend watching the Yellowstone video. That poor it's an older guy. He's apparently still in pretty bad condition. I'm hoping that he recovers. Like I said, honestly, like, I don't know what he could have done more to avoid it. There wasn't really any, like, there was really nothing that he did wrong. It was just a wrong place, wrong time, really unfortunate situation. You saw that video, that was crazy. Yeah, like it really shows you that, like, because people tend to, like, not respect, again, like, bison and deer and things like that, because they're like, oh, like, they're prey animals, they're nice. It's like, if they get it in their heads that you're a problem, they will destroy you in seconds. I was actually, I tell the story every once in a while of like a couple of years ago. I still remember, it wasn't like, it's not a big story or anything, but I remember running up a hill. I always respect wildlife. I was running up a hill on one of my runs, because I try to run all the time. And we have like a little river valley by our house in our city. And I was running up the river valley, and I looked up ahead, and there was a like male deer, a buck that was up the hill. And I was like, oh shit, that kind of looks like it's on my path. And I kind of kept running towards it for half a second. And then it went and lowered its head lightly. And I went, okay, thank you, sir. And like, whoop, turned around, went the other way. And I'm like, oh god, please, I'm not a threat. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Like, it was probably similar weight to that deer, but also, I don't have horns and hammers for hands. I won't go anywhere near that thing if it decides it doesn't like me. Yeah, large prey animals' defense mechanisms with staff flatten anything they think is a problem. Yep, yeah. And like just flatten it, and then keep flattening it, and flatten it some more, and then flatten it a little bit extra, just in case. Like, a lot of predators will be kind of content with just disabling you. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, just disabling you can be like,
much appreciated.
Did not know that there was a quick voice chat thing. But that's gonna be a bad time. But it could be so much worse. Oh god, I'm so bad at this one. Whatever. We've got enough health that we can mostly tank this. Ooh, alright. That feather's really good. Like, I understand the principle of that trap, I'm just bad at executing it. I mean, respect animals that weigh as much as a car, but also respect animals that don't. Like, I was taught extensively, even that, like, in like a real survival situation, like I said, I can make animal traps. And it was constantly impressed upon me, like, one of the big ones is, like, a trap to catch a beaver. And what you do is you, like, kind of make a noose that you can quick close. And they're like, be real careful that you get it by the neck. And, like, snap its neck immediately. Because otherwise, you have just yanked an angry beaver to within biting distance of you. That thing chews through trees. Yeah, it's tiny. It'll fight for its life. And that means that it's going to, like, go for your eyes and bite you all over, and it'll fuck you up. And if you're in a survival situation, that's a problem. Like, you do not want to have to fuck with even small animals like that. Wild animals are wild. Even small animals, you want to get, like, if you have to hunt them or something, you need a killing blow right away, because you don't want to actually fight with them. Yeah, alone in the wild, you don't want to fight a raccoon. You'll win! Yes, exactly. You don't want to be bleeding in any way alone in the wild. Yes, it was... John has absolutely nailed the problem. Like, minor injuries are major injuries. There is no such thing as a minor injury in the wild. Final Aura of Atrophy. That's pretty cool. I like the evasion though. This is just so much protection. I think I like that. I mean, yeah, it's only on our ultimate, but still. The other one is on all the time. It deals 30% more damage to everything in this blue radius around us. Oh shit! Well, okay, gotta play for a second. I got a little careless. That's a thing that I should be able to handle very easily, but I need to actually use my abilities properly. This is in fact a roguelike, where care and attention at all times is important. Yep, like even little paper cuts or like bee stings and stuff can be real problems. I mean, I have first aid kit and stuff with me, like, but it's easy to be like, okay, well, again, if you're in a survival situation, it might be that you don't necessarily have access to that because what if you fell into water and it all got like wrecked? Generally, you have it in waterproof stuff, but it's easy to like fall in such a way that you smash the case. Like, you just don't want to fuck with that kind of thing. Survival situations are survival situations. Every little thing that can go wrong is very dangerous. Yeah, no, I'm sure John Locke would be great. Giving you the example, the exact example of like why that's dangerous. All this to say that like this is coming from someone who goes backpacking out in the woods and did it without a GPS device. So like, I'm not afraid of the wilderness by any means, but you just have to have appropriate care. You've got to understand that you are taking a risk. And you got to know what the dangers of that are, and that risk is real. Part of why I am confident in doing it by myself for the most part is because I do take those things extremely seriously. Worried about him? He's just really sleepy. I don't know if he's... I know, I'm like... I think he's just sleeping, but I don't know. I mean, he hasn't acted weird otherwise. My cat hasn't, like, eaten his money.
It's a long time to be sleepy.
It's weird that he hasn't been coming down for food. So, like, he's just kind of been a general sucker and stuff. Like, it's not bad of one for him, I don't know. Because he's not, like, making fruit loaf kind of body language or anything like he does when he's doing bad. Been weirdly sleepy today. Let's gain back some life. In any case, I am going to be going on that camping trip this weekend, so I'm very excited, and I will absolutely show off some pictures and stuff from it. Actually, I still have pictures from the area that I was last time, and I'm going to be in the same exact, I'm going on the same route that I've done before. mostly because I realized I fucked this trip up real bad. I did a bad job. We realized at the last second, like, I have very, very little personal time in summer because, again, wedding photography. And we realized, I was like, okay, well, we've got, like, if we just take Friday off, we have a wedding out in the mountains on the Saturday, and then I can walk back and do the wedding on Saturday. So we can just stay over Friday, and, like, I don't need as much time off, which is, again, at a premium, so that's a really good idea. And it was only afterwards that I went, well, wait a minute, what time of day is that wedding at? And the answer is, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Hi? You've been sleepy. Which means, like, oh shit, that means I gotta, like, pack up, hike out, and get to the wedding, and, like, shower and all this kind of stuff within, like, just a few hours of waking up. Like, I gotta fucking move my ass in the mornings. I had to find a very specific path and stuff that would actually work for me with that. Oh, you seem like you're pretty okay still. I don't know why you're so sleepy, though. That's a little worrisome. You've been really sick over the last year sometimes. Yeah. You look grumpy now. Just wake up? Yeah, I do still have some pictures from this trip last time, so I'll, Oh, that's not the one that I thought it was. Let's see if I can... Oh, buddy, I know. Ow. Don't bite me so much. No, bitey. Oh, maybe I don't have it on here. I thought I had a shot. I had a shot of me, like, holding a cup of coffee, and there's, like, a big valley, and you can see, like, there's a mountain that's framed in the valley. It's really, really nice there. Huh. Yeah, this is from an older camping trip. Dang. I was gonna show it because I'm, like, I'm excited for that one. I don't like a lot of where I live for some reasons, but wow, this is so lucky on a pattern, holy shit. Ow! Ooh, second Markham's item. But the wilderness side of it is absolutely incredible. God, that was such a great pattern. We got so lucky on that. I'm so distracted from the games. I've been so excited for this campaign trip. It's been years since I've been able to go, and I had done like all this prep work and stuff to like make sure I could do this again. Casting my spells sometimes. Like, I need that one for my sustains. It's really awkward that sometimes it's not really recognizing my input there. Yeah, this thing gives us some life steal, which is real big. Why I'm running into those groups is I can handle it with that specific spell. But I can't use it because Again, my input's eaten. It might be that I am attacking at bad times and not giving enough cooldown between an attack and using it. I think that's what it is. I'm spamming a little too much. Hey, Mercurio! Good to see you! Why is it not? That's so weird. I even made sure to stop attacking that. I really need to lay that thing down. I'm doing that. I guess the other answer is to not be so aggro, but that's not fun. There work. What was that? 750 restores a dash charge. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, this big storm already is 73, so that's rad. We just constantly get dashes, and our dashes deal damage because of that Thunderbird feather. That's super good. There's a little bit of a problem with that, like, if we leave the circle of the one, this one, it good, like, falters. It's a bit awkward there. I appreciate the confidence, by the way, Merc. I hope this is the stream. This run's going fairly well. We have 2 Markham's items, which obviously is really good. It's one of the #1 things I always look for. I just like the Markham's ones. They give you like bonuses for however many items you have in total. And if you get the set bonuses, they get real wild. We just got a lot of rares, honestly. just... That Apothecary Sickle, too. Like, we haven't used the fountain. We're back up to full potion charges. 1% chance when killing an enemy to get back a potion. Seems like... Okay, well, 1%. But look at how many enemies there are. We're getting back charges constantly. It's been really, really, really strong. Wait, did we miss? We missed the thing in the middle of this? Oh, I didn't grab the gold. Ow! Ah. Not that that matters too much. Very small hit. Smarter. Okay. And I can remove some Shadow Curse, which is going to kind of nuke our damage. That is just weapon crit damage, though. Like, Bent Knife is good. I suppose having resistances is probably better. Looking at the map one last time here because secrets will show up on here if you know how to look for them. I did get the one, this one. Oops. Also, you will miss traps if you're just looking at your map. Ouch. But I think we're good. Ooh. That itch. Boss time. Harbingers of Dread. Being very aggro again, as always. But look at the damage I'm dealing. How can I not be aggro? Walk through that. Okay. Oh, I should look at the shields too. Blocks up to 30 damage. Turns 15 physical damage when taking damage. Interesting. The other one has a plus 15% parry chance. I think I like the returning damage. That one seems cool. All the other stats are just slightly better, too. Ooh, that was a weird hitch for a second. Hey, Kenshru! I am free of Skull! Yeah, We've beaten Dungeons of Dreadmore. By that I mean we've cleared it. And it's never coming back. this is where it's a little more interesting for us. Be able to walk into all the danger zones easily. No, not unless somebody does a dirty throw $10 at it, actually. It's removed entirely. It unfortunately got removed, period. Because the way that we beat it is by it having... So it's got a lot of... It has a big problem of crashing and then wiping all your saves, which it did to us quite a few times. A lot of the times when it happened, I had lost like an hour or two of progress. The last time it happened, I was at Lord Dreadmore, and it wiped all of our progress back to level 1. So like it wiped like 6 hours of a run. And considering that happened 20 to 25% of all of the runs that I had played, and then there was also the bug of if I was pressing a direction when it hitched at all, it would keep me moving in that direction and kill me then also. And I don't know how many runs I lost to that bug. Like, it might have been upwards of 50% of all of the runs were dead to either crashes or bugs. And multiples of those were, like, just crash back to Windows and kill all of your saves. We removed it. That is unfortunately not a stable enough game for us to actually keep playing. It has some really, really bad issues. It's too bad. I will maintain again and again, because I know people are like, boy, you really hate Dungeons & Dreadmore. And I kind of do, but I also hate it because it has a lot of potential. It's that special kind of hate that only a game that you can see where it can be good gets. And like, man, I'd love, if they ever do Dungeons & Dreadmore 2 in some weird alternate universe where the devs get all of it back and reform their studio, I am more than there to check it out, because it's got some great ideas, and then it also has like some really, really stupid ones. It is a weird mishmash of some of the neatest ideas I've seen in a roguelike, and also like some of the easiest fumbles of all time in a roguelike. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It makes some of the most easiest... It makes some of the most obvious fumbles that a roguelike of that type can ever make. Like, not just the bugs and stuff, but other things too. We've talked about that to death, but it definitely feels like a game that did not learn any lessons from any prior roguelikes. That being said, it has occupied some small part of my brain since we beat it. I was thinking about it the other day, and I still like the, there's not like a lot of the humor that really, really hit for me with that game. But I did appreciate the Cloak of Stars that was the Cloak of Sagan in that game. Because for whatever reason, my brain just immediately went, like, I just want to see, like, Carl Sagan as an anime character doing attacks that are like the titles of his books. I can definitely see him like screaming out, "Demon Haunted World!" and like doing an ultimate. Comets! Another Carl Sagan book that I have. I just want Carl Sagan as an anime protagonist. Listen, let's give me a little something. I mean, there is Fate. Fate could realistically have a Carl Sagan, right? He's a legendary historical figure. Who's making Fate? Someone get them on the phone.
Sorry.
I feel like I need to say that for this. If Carl Sagan went into Fate, he'd probably be a waifu. He already is. Oh, fuck. Traps are no joke on this floor. They are not like the traps of the last floor. Genderbent waifu Carl Sagan is maybe the most cursed image I've conjured up on this stream in a while. Or at least, I don't know. Now I don't know. You know? It's as cursed as you want it to be, I suppose. Tables. The MS Paint Redeem is gone. I'll maybe do one just for you later. I can just pop potions a little bit more liberally than I normally would because we have that extra apothecary sickle, which is helping us gain them back. I can't, like, just constantly do it, but... Right. There's a wall blocking me. It's not the couches. Thought I could break those. Yeah, Unfortunately, the MS Paint redeem kind of feels like it. I might bring it back, but it's also one of those things where it tends to wreck the flow of a lot of the stream. Because it just like grinds something to a halt. Sure. Extra 20% damage against bosses is really good. Okay, I'm getting better at the timing of those traps, because we were having trouble with those the other days. But that felt good. I feel like we did a really good job on that one. Are there any obvious secrets that I missed? Don't think so. I'm willing to just go. Yeah, I don't know. The MS Paint thing was like... It sucked. Like, it just takes so long to get going and do, and it just takes a really, really hype moment. And yes, it elevates it in a way, but it also, like, I've just gotten into a groove where I'm, like, feeling really good about streaming and I want to keep playing the game and, like, get more moments like that. And instead you just, like, hit a wall, because then I have to, like, totally change gear. And it's just it was a weird mental thing for me. It was all on me, really, but I had trouble, like, gear shifting it. It was really hard for me to, like, change my brain from we're going in 5th gear, like, let's go pedal to the metal in this stream, to wait, no, stop, reverse, and, like, just full on other direction. Just really, really weird way to do things. Yeah, alright, we'll pop our Soul Vortex some more. Blames own incompetence for rollback. I mean, yes? I am the streamer. It is kind of my fault if something doesn't work stream-wise. Unfortunately. I don't have anybody else. Wait, no, it's chat's fault. It's Missing's fault. Holy shit, you're right. I never realized I could just blame Missing Matter the whole time. Missing Matter killed the MS Paint redeem. Ask them about it. Why would my skill not work? I kept on hitting it. That's frustrating. I feel like that's on me, but also, I don't know. Like, why was I not able to use the sigil? It's not on cooldown. I have full potions. I was just trying to hit it, because, like, I wasn't actually in danger. If I could just use this and give myself the lifesteal, that would easily have sustained me. We saw it do it over and over again. Ah. I don't know what's going on with that. Why does that one feel like it's just getting eaten sometimes? It's only in, like, really big pressure situations, and I'm, like, mashing the button. Maybe I need to, like, change what button it's on or something? I like it on the mouse, though. I don't know. I don't know why it's causing me those problems, but I'm not happy about losing that run. Because that was a good one. I was doing fine. It just... The big thing is it doesn't feel like I needed to lose that run. It felt very... felt like I was in a really good spot, and there was no reason for me to die there. No, it's not that I missed Paint Job. Like I said, like I knew what I wanted to use. I wanted to use this, and it just...
That skill's not yet ready.
Is it... I was gonna test the thing here. No? Okay, I was like... Is it maybe that I have to hold it for longer? Instead of, like, pressing it? But if I do
can't do that yet.
If I do a quick press, it still works. Although, yeah, maybe I should just hold it more. Here, let's see. Test another thing. Okay. Yeah, so for sure, part of it is if I'm attacking, I can't do both at the same time. So that is part of it, but I stopped attacking and it still wouldn't go. I swear. But if I, like, just hold it, that's kind of like a guarantee that it'll go off. Hold it and not be attacking. Still, like, try a quick press.
That skill's not
Yeah,
yet
because
ready.
sometimes when I'm quick pressing, I think maybe I'm not quite hitting it enough. Kind of frustrating, because I felt like I did that. Like, pretty minor issue, honestly, in a lot of ways, but I just need to figure out why it's happening so I can be better about it. Yeah, they're not the best, but not the worst. I need to, like, fix the muscle memory in my brain as to, like, when it responds and why. Because, like, I'm expecting a thing to happen, and it's not. And I'm just testing a few reasons as to why that's the case. Oh, also, we actually have a lot of stuff in our inventory here that I should just dump off or get rid of. I want to check one thing at this weapon vendor. Oh, also, we need to change. I have one attempt left. This is our final one. Okay, so I've got to think that a maul counts as a mace? Because we have mauls as equipment. So I wonder if I might want to try and use a maul. Okay, I'll think about that. Did I? Oh, I did deposit the dirk. I want to take that dirk out just in case. Because sometimes if we need attack speed, this shocking dirk was really good. I'll take that for now. I might probably upgrade this maul a little bit. Let's get very prepared for this last run currently. Oh, it won't show my stuff there yet. Silly. Let's upgrade that. Enchant lethal. What does lethal do? Lethal wooden maul. Extra whipping crits. Buy new equipment. What's the upgrade equipment? There we are. That stuff is slow, but strong. I think in general I like the faster, more protective stuff, but we'll see. Got a lot of upgrades. That's good. Sure. Probably not using those for this character, but I can always send them to another one. Okay, Ring of Resistance is pretty cool. Helps me take out more shadow creeps. And feel okay about it. Heard my boy getting all sneezy. Oh, you okay, bud? You're still sneezing. You alright? You're having a weird night. That worries me. You seem okay, but also, like, you're just acting different. Not much, but we're worried about every little thing with you because you've had problems. What you doing, my boy? Currently, what he's doing is rubbing on my legs. Oh, and... okay, yeah, you can come on. Go ahead. Come on. Hi. We once again have the boy. Hi, boy. Oh, boy, a great kitty. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you see?
The boy.
Did you have a good walk? I tried to take you out last night and there was another kitty that was loose, and so you were really hissy and mad, and it wasn't a great walk for you on your leash. Because I didn't let you go and fight that other kitty. Yeah. You had a hard time understanding that you shouldn't go over there and fight another neighborhood kitty. That was tough. You wanted to show them you were big and mean. And I wouldn't let you. Oh, I know. That was very mean of me. We got the boy. Okay, don't hit me. Yeah, I know. Okay, we weren't done pet time, I guess. He tried to hit me. Don't bite my ear either. That's no good. I know it's a love bite, but that's also really uncomfortable. I don't like you biting my ear. I'm a weirdo. Cats are so fun. There's our exit north for the shortcut. So we can get to the boss quick. And cut through a bunch of bosses, actually. I'm actually gonna do this one. Gives us a lot of sustain. The other two are higher rarity, but I think this one's better. For how all-in I like to play. I'm just always diving. I want to jump into a whole big group of enemies and try and manage the problems that causes. my face now, so my face is all itchy. Rubbing so hard on me. Also, the sun has gone down really fast, so I probably wanna take a quick break and turn my light on. By quick break, I mean stand up and walk over and turn my light on. Definitely not gremlin lick out the last little bits of my coffee from my coffee off screen where people can't see me be the gremlin. I gotta have some aura of mystery. Hey, Arzu! Good to see you. How you doing tonight? Especially love this area. The way that they do the forest with the pixel art is just so good. Really, really love the art in this game. Today was fine. I mean, fine's good. Well, no, fine is fine, good is good, but I'm glad it was fine. Work was fine, the day was fine. Gotcha. Not too far. Just a normal ass day. It, you know, in these unprecedented times, as they say, sometimes fine is pretty good. Yeah, okay. No day with chocolate cake is only fine. I guess it depends. What kind of chocolate cake? We were talking like Costco style sheet cake, because that stuff's pretty shit. Your mom's chocolate? Okay. If it's homemade mom's chocolate cake, the best. You must have had something go real bad for it to only be a fine day. All of those were really good. Did get 1/2 of the Stones of Midas, which are really, really good. Oh, give me 1 second. Alright, needed to turn on that light. And I'm gonna go put this, these dishes away. Like I said, not at all a code for this little bit of ice cream foam still in there that I'm gonna lick out like a horrible monster. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna be like 30 seconds and I'm gonna throw up the gravy. I did hit my mute. I didn't notice. That's been for a little while. Oh boy. Wow, that's a long time that I've been muted. Amazing. Well, this run's been going well, is what I've been saying. I was looking at, like, Donna's really focused. No. You didn't notice the murmur. How long I've been quiet? Yeah. I'm not quiet for any amount of time. I was looking at the accomplishments because we actually hit level cap. So for us to level up our skills and stuff, we now need to hit, like, various achievements and stuff. Because there's still a lot of levels for actual abilities. Getting there is interesting. I haven't gotten the best skills this run, but I've gotten some really good weapons. We got 2 Markhams, which is awesome. I appreciate the chat thought that I was focused. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah, I'm never quiet for more than like 30 seconds at a time, any time in my life. That's the secret to me. If you want to know if I'm accidentally muted, that's why. I think that I pressed it, but I just... like, didn't press it enough, or like... thought that I hit the button and pressed next to it and didn't actually press the button enough, kind of thing. Sorry about that. Well, that's going to be a very interesting recording. This is going to be a wild episode to have up on the YouTube. From the very funny beginning of this to everything else. I'm getting pretty good at this one. That trap pattern I'm getting nice at. What was that whip? Good question. Hey! Major. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out earlier today. We had a good time catching up on League Mid-Season Invitational, which I am a weird sicko for. Ow. I've been playing it in the Discord while I work for everybody to join in and chat about, so if you like want to watch a little esports, but not have an esports Twitch chat, which, God, why would you want an esports Twitch chat? Any esports Twitch chat? Hey, you can do that. You're loving Victoria? Victoria is such a beautiful city. It has long been my goal to live my life in Victoria. You know that I really love Tanya, and that ever since I was like 16, one of my #1, maybe even just my #1 life goal has been to leave this city, the city that I'm in. And I am now a month away from 40, and I have not done that, and most of it is because my wife is here. We now have our business, so like, I'm not gonna leave her kind of thing. Oh, hi. There's nothing wrong with liking Heroes of the Storm. What's wrong with that? I really liked Deadlock. God, Deadlock was fun. Or is fun? My problem is I'm really, really bad at it. My hands are no good anymore. I just need to practice more. I don't have time. And I don't... It's not a thing that I think I'd want to stream. But man, Deadlock is cool. You only play with bots, but you enjoy it. Yeah, Deadlock's rad. Part of the reason I found out that I like Deadlock so much, because it's a like FPS MOBA, is it is actually by, like, it's by Valve, but they got a lot of Hoopoo on it, and I didn't realize that. Hoopoo Games being the devs behind Risk of Rain 2, which until Gearbox took it over and fucked up basically all of the programming in it, because Gearbox is a nightmare hell company. Like, maybe my favorite roguelike of all time? Certainly up there. It's such a fun game. That game is so rad. So I'm like, oh, that's why the movement and stuff in this feels so fucking good, because Hoopoo did an incredible job with movement in Risk of Rain 2. Huh. That's weird. So we've always gotten this little cell, and I've talked about it before. We've never had, like, the ghost guys in it. I was always like, why is that there? It's spawning in as a thing every run. There's some kind of secret. So I don't know what triggers the ghost guys to be there. There's something. Yeah, I know about Butchart Gardens. Supposedly really, really cool. Go with spontaneous combustion. I like that one a lot. That place is lovely. You'd love to go back sometime. Oh, you went to Victoria too. Yeah, Victoria is just, God, it's such a beautiful city. Just everything about that area is amazing. Lower mainland of British Columbia and Canada is like some of the best city I've ever been to and some of the best wilderness I've ever been to. Like, it's real good. So what is that? Your spell hits increase. It's like the 20% answer. It's like silence. Oh, that's pretty cool. You meant specifically the gardens? Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying that, like, there's stuff in Victoria that's like that. Gardens are in Victoria. And I'm saying my personal opinion is that it's, like, the whole lower mainland's just amazing. And, like, and Victoria, and, like, Vancouver Island. That kind of combination area. What Americans would say is Pacific Northwest, although it's funny because your Pacific Northwest is south of my Pacific Southwest, essentially. Just get real Canadian here for a moment. What was that? Oh, okay. That was the button for that trap, right? My little ghost guys are kicking ass. Good for them. Woo. Wow, we made short work of that. Real nice. Dang. Those were not really the items that I wanted. Like, they're just, like, really solid, but very plain, and not, like, a set bonus. I'm a little sad about those items there. You're becoming convinced that BC is just better than Washington? I mean, yeah, it's in Canada. I don't think Canada's perfect, far from it. But, it'd take a lot to convince me that you should be in the US over Canada. Canada has a lot of problems. Boy, I will always choose Canada over living in the US. It'd take an awful lot for me to change my mind. It's possible in the future, who knows, but it would take a lot. Yeah, let's take all this Shadow Curse. How much we got? 58? Pretty bad. So that's gonna mean that it's what? Lowering our effects. So yeah, resistances and armor reduced by 174. I still have 170 armor. That's wild. Yeah, disability support's going to depend a lot on which province you're in. And I mean, I don't know. That would be a tough. I'd have to look at that. I don't know. Like, as somebody who has not had these disabilities, but also you'd have to offset that having healthcare as someone with a disability would probably be a pretty big deciding factor in that as far as support goes. get out of here. I'm also glad you got healthcare, you know? That's good stuff. I'll do the lightning vortex. This is already just like my favorite ability that we get. It is our ultimate, so it's kind of hard not to love it, but it also very much suits my playstyle of getting that ass. Yeah, we don't need to have that conversation here right now, thank you. I get you. Was that Canada's far from the perfect country? There's not a lot of places that are doing real well right now, honestly. But hey, that's why we're just kind of enjoying a little time away from the dread, right? We're allowed a little break. That one is a tough timing one. Fuck, I see where it was. Shoot. Also, it's just a scroll? I did a left for a scroll? That gives us experience. If you'll notice, we hit our level cap. That gives us basically nothing. Gives us shit. That's shit. Garbage. Oof. I've heard good things about Slay the Spire too. I don't know. I always hear good things about it, but as much as I like Slay the Spire 1 and kind of respect it, I wasn't as into it as a lot of people were. Like, it's really, really, really good. There's a lot of stuff to love about it. I've played hundreds of hours, but I just... I certainly wasn't just like, goddamn, I absolutely have to have a sequel to this, as a lot of people seem to have been. I might have gone a little too all-in for our friend to have handled. Oops. That is the one thing, is that like once you get the little minions, if you rescue them, I just want to get into all the big crowds and fight everything attitude is really detrimental to their health. Ooh, that could be really good. Yeah, I think I like that. Looking forward to the full game. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm like, I'm okay missing out on the early access of that. Like, will I want to play the full game eventually? Oh yeah, probably. Okay, I'd like to see it at some point. I'm sure that people will want me to play it, but I'm not in like a rush. This is very rude as a pattern. Oh god, okay. Whatever, I thought that I remembered where they were and I did not. I thought I was like, oh, I know where these are. No, I did not know where those were. I remember where all of the deadly, deadly traps are. Oh shit, no I don't. God. Boy. I'm not that interested in that item, actually. It's a weird rare. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? I feel like this is the run. I don't know. This isn't feeling good. I think I got the right idea here. I've got a good start for sure. Go. And I do want to uncover as much as possible, because we might miss things like this. Extra gold gain's pretty good. I'm not like super excited about that. This is certainly not bad. Getting extra wood and gold is really nice for our meta progress, but I'm gonna just go for like winning the run. So let's do those. Our meta progress is going pretty okay. We have a lot still to do, but it's not like I don't think we need to prioritize it anymore, we'll put it that way. We'll get there. The grind in this game is real. Take more damage. Ooh, Soul Vortex 2. Okay. 30% evasion on this. Really good survival tool. Especially since we got like the lowered casting cooldown. Because now that just means that we can spam it so much more often. Scroll of Meteor, okay. We really need to be casting all the time. It's kind of funny that this is 73 and we do 75. So like, we've definitely done some, like lower our magic cost type stuff. And it's kind of hurting us right now, because that'd be better if it was just instant meteor every time. Yeah, it certainly makes a big difference to have a game that just, like, feels cozy, that helps you through a really tough time. I have definitely had those. A piece of art that means a lot to you is a big thing. God, speaking of, I don't think I mentioned this before. I was thinking about bringing a book on like my camping trip, and so I went to, I had a date day with my wife recently, because it was our anniversary of meeting each other, just on Saturday, so very recently, and we went to a used bookstore where we had a little bit of credit because we gave in a bunch of books that we didn't want anymore, or like that we had from, you know, just general accumulation gifts or whatever, that we like didn't want them, or books from our childhood, just all kinds of things like that. So we gave in a bunch of books, and we had this credit. So we're like, oh, we'll go down there for our date day and just kind of like hang out in this old bookstore. It was a blast, but it was so annoying because I tried to find, and like this makes sense to use bookstores. I'm like, okay, well of course there's not going to be as like really popular books will probably go out fast. So I was looking for some like William Gibson, because I've never read Neuromancer. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try and find Neuromancer. I went to do that, and sure, couldn't find it there, and I was like, oh, that's okay. I'll just look in my library. Like, what are the odds that my library has no, like, I'll, like, try and find some Roger Zelazny I've never read, or William Gibson, something like that. Like, I'm gonna get, like, a classic science fiction book. And none of them had any Zelazny, and no William Gibson, including no Neuromancer in my public library. And I was like, well, okay. We also have, like, the entire southern part of my province is all one library system. So like, and you can order a book and they'll just like bring it over, you can place a hold on it, and they'll get it to you in a couple days. Nowhere in our entire library system has any William Gibson books except one, and it's Mona Lisa Overdrive, which is the third book in the trilogy that Neuromancer starts. It's like, why would you have the third and not any of the ones in between? God damn it! So like, I guess I'm not reading Neuromancer yet. I gotta find it somewhere else. I was kind of annoyed about that. Because I'm like, well, maybe like Neuromancer's not as popular and stuff as I thought it would be. Like, I've always thought that it was like super influential and everything, but it's like, Yeah, it's so funny that you say that, Dan. That you went, why would you only like Return of the King? Because that's what I said to Tanya. As I immediately went like, this is like them having no Lord of the Rings except for Return of the King. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's that influential. And I went and looked it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, Neuromancer is still the only book, like 40 years later, to actually get what they call the triple crown of science fiction and fantasy, which is it got the Locus, the Hugo, and the Nebula, I think is what it is, all in the same year. It's the only book to ever do it. And it's like, okay, like, come on. I mean, I understand, like, okay, maybe one public library, but none in my entire like, no one has Neuromancer. Not a single copy, not anywhere. I have 2 library branches in my city. God, the damage we're doing. Woo! We're good. Neuromancer is only kind of the entire foundation of Cyberpunk. Also, watch this. 406. Okay, alright, so let's let these essence stacks reset. And then I'm gonna grab it. Let's see how much of a difference it makes. I just want to see how many points we actually get. It's gonna be good. The first 2 probably got destroyed and not replaced due to budget cuts. Yeah, I know. My wife said the same thing, but still, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Especially like in my province, there is we're in a bad spot, and libraries are very much under attack. 393, 462. Yep, 63 extra. It's like 15% health or something. And it'll only scale better. And that's also to our base, which means that we get even more. Yeah, oof, when we get those essence stacks, it just goes wild. Oh, that's so good. Oh, plus we got all the resistances too. We had it so that our resistances got nuked by the Shadow Curse. And we still have a lot of Shadow Curse, like a lot of Shadow Curse. Our resistances are nuked by 174, which was over half of our armor, but now, yeah, we're still building it back up a fair bit. Got a lot more. Since we got the set of Markhams, it gives us 1 for every inventory item that we have. You got your problems there, sure. Your library system's great. Yeah. I would say our library system's normally pretty good, but I was real surprised at that one. I mean, I live in, I would say, almost unquestionably the worst part of Canada by a very significant margin. But we don't need to get too much into that. We're having fun. Your local library system is atypically good. That's rad. Ooh. Remove some shadow curse. Minus 29. That's, wow. That's so good, because that's like getting rid of 72? No, more than that. How much extra resistance we get again now? Yeah, almost 100 back. Ow! Right. And I get some back because I'm a dummy. Ow! What? No. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. That sucked. I was just a half pixel off. It gave me a lot of Shadow Curse back. not the worst, because I do have, we do a lot of damage thanks to, where is it? It's actually in here. Yeah, weapon power per shadow curse. So, like, that's still really good. So there's some stuff that's, we almost want to keep some shadow curse. But yeah. Almost want to keep some shadow curse. Why? Okay, why is that not casting? Because yeah, that time I was like, I don't know. Maybe my mouse in a way. I will say, thank goodness for Internet Archive, because I looked everywhere for copies of Gene Wolfe's series, the Book of the New Sun, and it is just like, it's really, really hard to find because he's kind of an unknown author. Despite being so beloved of other writers. And Internet Library. Bam. Easy to get. It's been really nice. And it even, like, you can get, like, text-to-speech to read it to you and stuff. It's super good. Internet Archive is such a wildly good resource. Really need to protect that thing with all of our might. Oh wow. Your local library has a Wikipedia page. It's the busiest library system in the US. Huh. That's really cool. I don't know that I would know where that is. Like, my guess would be New York, but then I'm like, well, I would guess not, because that wouldn't be a surprise. Although my guess is that even though he's far from perfect, Dom Donnie's probably gonna try and do everything he can to make that change and make it better. Like, if it's not the best, I wouldn't be surprised if we, like, give it a few years if it gets there. Because, man, it does seem like he's going down through a laundry list of, like, civic problems and just kinda checking off boxes. Need to be more politicians like him. Yep. There are some. Like, certainly not just in the US. We have a couple of pretty good ones here in Canada. Again, ones that are certainly far from perfect, but definitely people that seem like they'd at least try to make things better. Can't expect people to be perfectly in line with what you want, but it matters when somebody actually listens and seems to care about making things better for people. as much as I like... So in Canada, Winnipeg in Manitoba has like notoriously miserable winters. But like, man, I almost want to move to Manitoba because their premier, like the essentially governor equivalent, is a pretty rad person. Certainly comparatively, my god. Some of the problem, I wonder if last time we were silenced. Like right now we're disarmed. Now we're silenced. So that might have been why we weren't able to cast those spells. I think that's what those symbols are. It seems to be. I wish that some of that was a little more clear. Your state's pretty consistently ranked in the top of libraries. Yeah, I wish. Love a good library system. Man, I am a terrible leader of minions. My poor little guys, they're like, whoa, what are you doing? Don't go into the middle of that! I can't live! I'm like, fucking get good. Deal with it, I'm going in. I've wiped all my little minions already. Terrible. Oh wow, watching the salmon stream up one of the streams got me really cool. They are actually draining our magic too. Interesting. Oh fuck. A little too early. Oh boy. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know what I did. Why did I do that? Don't do that. Getting a little more shadow curses again, actually, not just the worst thing. It's hard to know how much I want to actually stay at, because I need some for some of my items. And I think I'd like a little bit. I think it might make me stronger. You do a lot of extra damage having it. But then it also, like, it does tank her survivability, so there's a weird... a little push-pull there. I don't know what the right amount exactly is. 22's not bad. Lowering our resistance and armor for a 66 times 3. Something like that might be about right. Okay, getting back some of our magic seems like a really good idea. We've actually been burning through it finally. Okay, there is still a lot of this level we haven't gone through. I'm not gonna grab that potion until we have to. No reason not to just disable the trap by attacking it in this one, like, why take the risk? Crushing Steel Dagger of Weakness. Unfortunately unusable, because I do not have enough dexterity. Ooh, hello. Like we've uncovered everything. We're at a big boss. I don't think it's the final boss, but it might be the furthest that we've made. Up there. I don't know what the final boss in this game is. Man, we are... I can just face tank so much right now. We're in really good shape. Oh, right. I remember this. I think I have beat this once, but not on like the most recent attempts that I have. This thing is pretty mean. Oh, sorry, a second. Oh, weird pitch. Ooh. boss. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever beaten them or not. They're just a ton of hell, as you can see. But you saw how quickly we deleted the last few bosses. This one is just like... tickle, 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 tickle. Speaking of being tickled, though, we are taking very little damage. And we even still have 22 shadow shirts. We are unbelievably tanky. Oh my god. Man. Rad. I'm just tanking even their big attacks. I just don't even care. Hubris is strong with me today. More than halfway through. I don't think we've yet fallen to half, which is pretty good as a sign. Like, we're not even... I am barely being touched. My god. I also have 700 health, which is truly absurd. There we go. Damn. Magic crystallizer. Second. What? Are you okay? Aww. Is she alright? Aww. Our poor little old girl fell off. She stumbles around a fair bit. Aww. Apparently her legs collapsed and she fell. Yeah. That's certainly interesting, I guess. That's not. Just to make sure there's nothing that we're missing in here. Should just be a big empty arena. Yeah. Okay. I'll just go. Dark Halls. Oh, no, I have been here. Yeah. This looks very endgamey, though. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Oh, and it's like the library in the first one, of course. Should have realized. Of course. Love the library, it's great. Who doesn't love the library? First one? Good library systems. We were talking about those. Oh, the library in the first game is so nasty. Shows where the game gets mean. Yeah, this is where we need resistance. I see it. Kinda see these things behind the wall. Kinda just blindly face check them is a hell of a thing. I do remember this though. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, and it is literally all of the same enemies as the library. Gotcha. The eyeballs, all of it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if they knew that, like... did the library have a reputation from the first game as being particularly nasty? I always found it to be real mean. always felt like a run killer, so I wonder if it had that rep and they just were like, that should be the final boss on this one. I wonder. This looks cool though. Only used one, so we'll use that yet. Like, they're slightly changed from their library counterparts in the first game, but this is very much like those ones. Weird witch lights and eyeball enemies. We seem to be doing really well though. Like, our items have been incredible this time. Taking so little damage compared to a lot of our other runs. And we're still dealing just a ton. Both sides of things have gone really well. More crawling critters. Oh, God, my hands are starting to get a little sore. Ooh, that helps a lot. 10% health and magic is a lot for us right now. Like, a lot for us right now, because we have so much. Like, 709 is absurd. I think I want the soldier's uniform more than the Ring of Rejuvenation, though. This is good. It's really good, but I'd rather have that parry. I mean, it's parry and damage, which just makes it really... So, I feel like our attack and defense go up. Weird alcove there. Wow, okay. Our attacks don't penetrate the darkness, even if we know. That's cool. Because we can kind of see where they are. Our lifesteal is so much that we just can't be hurt. And it's percentage based on our maximum health, so we're just, because we have so much, we're kind of unkillable. Hey, Cormorants! Good to see you. It's been a little while. How you doing? Hopefully having a good one. Ill, but oh no. I thought you were saying ill because Ilian, but that's a lot worse. Actually ill is not good. Experience gain's not helping. 20% damage versus bosses though. I'm like, wait. Who cares about the set bonus? 20% damage against bosses is like, super good for us. Yeah, look at this. I'm not even using abilities. It's just me attacking. And our abilities are all of our good stuff. And they still can't touch us. We can just face tank it. This build is ridiculous. We got some wildly good stuff going for us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say this is a win, but also, it's good. This is good. I feel like it's my fault if I lose this one. This is really all up to your streamer friends here. It's not my hand handling the clicking, it's the way that I'm holding my Wazda. I'm kind of wrecking my thumb. Oh, I did make the final boss. Well, I did make the final boss in this game. It's been a little while since I can remember, but I'm like, oh right, I even remember. The final boss is a real real wall, from what I remember. So that might be a thing. And we are, in fact, at the final boss. I think. There might be another level of this. Of Dark Halls. Nope, nope. This is, in fact, the end. Yeah, it's a real wall of health. I don't really know his attack pattern. There we go. So, no, I don't want to put around that. Got you. Where are you going, buddy? Well, we're doing pretty good. I even had to use our get life steal thing. Although, what the fuck is this? I'm taking damage. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay. Little bullet heli. I see. Currently invincible. Alright, alright. Is this a wait and see, or is this I need to do things? I think this is a wait and see. Don't actually know. That's looking like it's gonna come back. Yeah, there we go. I see. Man, I do feel pretty unkillable here, though. I haven't even used a potion, and I haven't really needed to. Like, our regen and stuff is just so absurd. Holy hell. Oh, I see. That's kind of cool. Gotcha. I might not want to face tank that again. I mean, didn't do that much damage to us considering. I'm sure it normally would have, like, basically wrecked me instantly. But I popped a potion there real preemptively in the face. But yeah, I'm just tanking even his, like, ultimates. This is absurd. Holy shit. I'm like, oh, I'll just tank it. Let's see what I can do. It turns out, everything. On the final attempt! Have I played Monster Train at all? Yes, I have. I played a lot of Monster Train 1, and I've played Monster Train 2 as well. Little bit of Monster Train 2. I think 1 is better than 2 in some ways. 2 has some really cool things going on. The biggest thing about 2 that I don't like, 2 has amazing things going on with it. The one thing that 2 is like, I don't know why they did this. Oh, increased level cap. Neat. Yeah, I can see why you'd like Monster Train 1 more than Slay the Spire. I think I'm real close with you on that. I might be there. But, Monster Train 2, the one thing is, like, it's kind of better in a lot of ways, but then they did, like, a couple of things that are just wildly nonsensical. Mainly, what they did is, they added a whole bunch of story and like a bunch of cutscenes, and that sounds neat, except it's all terrible, like just super useless. There's no reason for it. It's not any good. It's not interesting. It's not well written. It's not what you come to the game for. It's just weird. But like the music and everything else is great. Yeah, the story in 1 is like extremely filler. And then in 2, they like really highlight it. Like they make it this big thing. Like it's like, I don't know, it's a huge part of 2. Like they really care about it. And I hate to tell them, but they really shouldn't. Like they really shouldn't. It's not good. It's one of those few things where it's a less is more. Also, we're giving ourselves the trophy! Hell yeah! We did it! On the last attempt! Add this to our list of defeated games until somebody re-adds it. I'm a little sad about that because I do love this one. I might just do it on a different character when we get it added again. And by might, I mean I should do it on a different character. Fuck yeah, that was rad though. And now it is 11 o'clock for me, and that's not actually that late for me. Other than, so I would do Monster Train 2 immediately. However, there's one thing. I haven't exercised yet today. So I'm actually going to go outside and run 8 kilometers in the dark. I have a path that's lit. I have a spot to go. So I'm gonna run on a lit path. But I'm gonna run outside in the dark, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So I will be back tomorrow with a little more Dossider, and we'll be doing some more Roguary on Wednesday. So we'll continue with Monster Train 2 then. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for just lurking. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for, you know, just hanging out. We had a lot of really good conversations. We had a good raid from Aviancer. We just had a lot of really fun people stopping in and saying hi, and I really appreciate it. It was great to hang out. We had good discussions. I'm getting real excited for my camping trip, and I got to nerd out about that. I'm so excited for it. I will share tons and tons and tons of photos. Hopefully, probably. I'm gonna try anyway, from my camping trip when I go for that. And I will strive not to be eaten and murdered by a bear. Or murdered and eaten. Either way. No, it doesn't matter the order, actually. And other than that, like I said, have a good night. Check out the podcast. Boix will have that up right away. We're going to do it tomorrow for the patrons and on Wednesday for everyone else. And it was a good one. We had a real blast with our most recent one. We found a Canadian made-for-TV movie, so it's it was a thing. All right, let's see who I can host you on over to.